Hi, my name's Jenna, Jenna Gaskin, and I'm reading it off my phone because I pre-typed it, so I'm looking down at my phone, that's why. So for my first question for Lecture 1, Renaissance Paint, um, I said, Nathan Peck is my professor for the course 160 at St. Xavier University. He graduated from the University of Iowa from the intermediate program. He's been teaching at St. Xavier since 2001, and he mostly teaches multimedia, computer graphics, and web design. He has his own studio, and that's to create his own art and his own content freely. He also has his own website, www.rooktv.com, and he uses that as a way to share his ideas, his stories, his painting, his videos, and just himself, basically. From the website, I was able to gather that Professor Peck is a very determined and kind of like a go-getter type of person. He works with the Chicago Art Department, and he's actually the co-founder of the Chicago Art Department. And that's a way for artists to share their work with others, find other people to relate to, and to explore other art techniques. From watching the video on YouTube about who Nathan Peck is, I can see that he communicates and connects with people through art. He makes others feel comfortable, and he energizes others. I was glad I was glad to take an understanding that in order to connect with Professor Peck, you don't have to be an art major, and that's kind of a good thing for me because I don't know a lot about art, so it's refreshing to know that I don't have to be an art major in order to have build a good relationship with my professor. From listening to past students talk about him, he seems like he really encourages students to live their best lives and just to really open their arms and their eyes to art because there's so many different aspects to the art world. The picture that I included in my blog is from his website, and it's a visual representation of the Visual Art Center at SXU. And I chose that because I feel like it was an interesting kind of take on it for how he sees the Art Center. And my question for the other classmates to talk about for next week is why they're either into art or they aren't really into art. I personally feel like I'm not really into art, and I know it's like a simple question, but I feel like growing up I was never really introduced to art, so it was just like the one class I had in middle school from like 2 p.m. to 2:20 p.m. and it just like never really learned anything. Like you learn the basic paintings like the Mona Lisa, but it was just like this is what this painting is. Remember that's the name of the painting. So I feel like if I had been introduced properly to art, that I would be more into it and I would have interacted more with the art community. But that's it for Lecture 1, Renaissance and Paint.